So hello YouTube, this is Warlord Black Ops Pro, and I've recently figured out a new strategy in Advanced Warfare, so I'm kind of giving it a second chance in a way. I mean, the game's still not great, there's still a bunch of problems with the game, and I still do think it's one of the worst Call of Duties ever made. I mean, mainly that it's not Call of Duty, but I am giving it another chance because and it involves the skill-based matchmaking in this game, and because as you may know, skill-based matchmaking does exist in this game. It's flawed. It shouldn't be in the game. It caters to MLG competitive people, but you know, it's just something that's in the game. I'm not sure if they're gonna remove it or not. I think they did in Black Ops 2, but what I'm gonna get into today is reversed boosting, because reverse boosting, I'm honestly starting to think is the way to go in this game. So as you can see, guys, in the gameplay in the background, it's me with the Moz launcher constantly shooting the ground and blowing myself up over and over again. And on an average game of domination, if you do this all the time, you can usually average around 225 deaths a game. Because what you want to do is you want to trash your stats, because how the matchmaking works in this game is it bases your skill. Notice I put quotation marks on that skill as your KD and your score per minute. Now I thought my score per minute was kind of low originally. It was like about 140, and my KD was about 1.8. But apparently no. Apparently they got me to tryhard lobbies, somewhat tryhard lobbies, and you know what? I just felt like, you know, I don't feel like playing like that way anymore. You know, I'm gonna try reverse boosting, because you know what? You know, a lot of big YouTubers probably do this. You know, you ever thought about that? Because, you know, I doubt like the big YouTubers that they're not getting DNA bombs every game. I doubt that they're not getting those type of gameplays, and it wouldn't surprise me if they started faking their gameplays. But anyway, what I'm trying to do here is I'm testing out. I'm trying to lower my stats, and as you can see, the launcher works much faster than holding a frag grenade. So that's why I recommend you guys do if you want to do this. And guys, does KD really even matter, given that your stats aren't even shown in people can't view your stats, like they're not publicly available to anyone to see. And now guys, skill-based matchmaking is a flaw. It should not be in the game. But I mean, if Sledgehammer's gonna what they're trying to do is they're trying to cater not only maybe to MLG because they want more competition in public matches, but also maybe they wanna protect the noobs. Maybe they wanna protect the noobs and give them a chance, which, you know, older games, they didn't have that. Older games, if you were bad, you were bad. In this game, they're trying to protect them too much, and by doing that, they're screwing over all the good players who've actually put their time in. And yeah, that's just, you know, that's just not fair, and I really don't feel like dealing with that. And if they're gonna put something in the, like, basically they're saying it's like, screw you casual players, we're gonna like pair you up with MLG tryhards every single game just because you're somewhat good at this game. So you know what, I was like, nope, I'm not dealing with that anymore, because guys, skill-based matchmaking is not only bad for that reason, the reason of you getting paired up with sweaties every game, but it's also bad because it can be easily abused. Remember in Black Ops 2 how people, before they took it out, I mean, I'm not sure if they took it out completely, but I believe they did, because I got into lobbies with bad people all the time, like recently. But, you know, where was I? But like, it's bad because it can be easily abused, because in Black Ops 2 people would reverse boost their trash their stats just so they can get into the lobbies with easy people and get a few good gameplays for their YouTube channel maybe. And because I'm not doing this mainly just to get DNA bombs for my YouTube channel, I'm just trying this out, sort of. I'm trying this out to see if it actually works, and as far as I can tell, it has worked. So anyway, this is some of the gameplay that I got from my second account, because I was using my second account to test this out on at first, and it seems to work. I mean, I'm gonna try this on my primary account just because it seems to work. And given that I really have nothing to lose because my KD is not publicly shown, I don't think it's gonna hurt to try it out on my regular account, so that I can use my AK-12G and all those other guns that I have that I don't have on the one I just started today. So I'm gonna try that out, and yeah, hopefully I can get some gameplays, because camping doesn't work as well as it did in other games. I mean, it's not completely useless, but it's the streaks. I mean, streaks aren't good enough. They don't make it that effective. But yeah, running around and like as you can see in this game, I'm actually rushing around. I actually do play the objective a few times in this game, and guys, that's all thanks to reverse boosting, because guys, Sledgehammer, they're forcing us to play basically competitive in public. So you know what? By doing this, I'm basically giving the Sledgehammer the middle finger. Honestly, I like saying "F you" to your skill-based matchmaking, because like fuck you, skill-based matchmaking, kind of like that, like that thing. But yeah, I mean, this is probably the way to go in Advanced Warfare, because unless you want to get stomped on by these MLG, tryhards, sweaties, you know the people I'm talking about, I would not play normal. Just trash your stats a little bit. I mean, yeah, taking 200 deaths a game in an average game of domination, you should be your stats should be garbage after a few games. I mean, depending on how many kills you have and how high your KD is, but I mean, your KD will drop dramatically once you start doing this, and that's a good thing, because you need to trash your stats, otherwise it won't work. So anyway, yeah, I will try this out on my other account once I get my stats lower on that one, because I really think we have something here. Because you know, I mean, it would be better if there was no skill-based matchmaking, but whenever a developer puts something like this in the game, people are gonna find ways to abuse it. And I might as well, because people, this skill-based matchmaking is flawed any way you look at it. I mean, it doesn't help the noobs. It basically sugarcoats their skill. Like it basically gives them an artificial boost to their skill level, so it's like they're not turned off from the series. I can understand why they put it in, but why did you have to screw over everyone else? Like, just make like a boot camp for like the first 10 levels or something, and do something like that, like they did in World of War. They did something right there. That's one of the things World of War did right. Not saying World of War is a bad game, but just Sledgehammer can learn from older Call of Duties. They really can. Yeah, I mean, just put combat training back in the game. Just like let combat training, like for the first 10 levels, like you rank up a little bit in combat training. Like for every kill in combat training, you get a little bit of XP for public, and that would solve the problem a lot better than skill-based matchmaking. Because at the end of the day, Call of Duty shouldn't be competitive. I mean, on the competitive scene with MLG, I mean, that's a different story. Ranked play, that's a different story. But I'm talking about public matches are supposed to be meant for casuals who just want to get on and get a good game once in a while. They don't want to like try their balls off every single game. And then that's kind of what Call of Duty is meant for. And now guys, yeah, I'm actually rushing around the map because I feel like I can when I'm doing this. Honestly, I don't feel like I have to camp in a corner. And guys, I don't camp just like because I'm like quote unquote bad. I'm not bad, but honestly, most of the time I prefer more campy playstyle. And I don't feel like rushing around that much. I mean, a lot of times it does get you killed, but in Advanced Warfare they're kind of forcing you to do that. In a way, I mean, I seem to get my score streaks faster. I mean, that might be the way to get your score streaks in this game, actually rushing. I mean, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that. I mean, you might have to actually rush in this game, your streaks. I mean, I don't know, but ultimately, this reverse boosting thing has given me, has revived at least some interest in playing Advanced Warfare. But I mean, I'm probably not going to be playing it for months and months on end, but it'll at least keep me playing it for a little while. See, look, I'm actually going to now, watch guys, I'm going to actually go for B flag right here. I'm actually running around with an SMG. I mean, this is probably some of the rarest footage on my channel, guys. Right here, just me capping B flag. Now guys, that's something you're not going to see probably ever again, so savor the moment, guys. World of War is rushing around the map. Okay, so anyway, now guys, I'm not doing particularly well. I'm not dropping DNA bombs or anything, but keep in mind, this is my first game after reverse boosting on a second account, which I don't have anything unlocked on. I don't have any of the good perks. I don't have any good score streaks. I don't have any of the good guns, because I like the AK-12G and I don't have that. Unfortunately, I only have the AK-12, and the only attachment I had unlocked for that was the grip. don't have silencer, don't have extended mag, I don't have gold. Yeah, I mean, gold doesn't really make a difference, but it just looks nicer, so I didn't have any of that, so I did pretty well for a game like this, and rushing around, so, and playing on half the screen, because as you guys know, when I record, the settings of my TV are kind of messed up, so, like, I can't even see the mini-map, so, yeah, guys, so, it was, I did pretty well, and look, I'm actually getting my streaks. Instead of taking 8 kills to get it, maybe I'm only getting it after about 4 kills, which is better than 8, obviously. Because I definitely recommend you give this a try, because, yeah, I know it's cheap, I know, it's not cheating, but I know it's cheap, but, well, I mean, what else are you realistically gonna do to get your streaks in this game? Are you gonna spawn trap? I mean, that's as much of an exploit as this is, even worse than that, because, well, because, you know, yeah, they're pretty much the only ways you can do well in this game is exploits, like glitches, spawn trapping, this. No, you know, it just, even camping, I mean, if you can camp, I mean, I guess you can, but, you know, other than that, rushing around normally against sweaties, I mean, you're not going to get those great gameplays. You're going to get average gameplays when you struggle to get a 1 KD. You know, ultimately, skill-based matchmaking is a catastrophe to this franchise. It should not be in. It should not be in there at all. So if it was true that they took it down Black Ops 2, I'm glad they did, because Black Ops 2 is a much better game for that than it would be if it had it still in there. So guys, look, World at War is capping another flag, guys. This must be a record. Look, World at War is just going off with those flag caps. So anyway, guys, also, I don't recommend you rush with the AK-12. I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't rush in this game, is because the AK-12 is grossly underpowered. It's literally a 4-hit kill at even the closest ranges. So point blank, it's a 4-hit kill. And then you can see I'm running into some pretty bad people who don't know how to play this game here. But yeah, so that's why I have the KF5, because that has increased damage for the first 5 rounds. But I would definitely, like, I mean, I wish I could use the AK-12 more often. Like, the bow was more powerful at close range, which is why more people used it. It had similarly low recoil. But the AK-12, it needs to be buffed in terms of close range damage. Maybe even long range damage. Like, buff it up a little bit, because it is extremely underpowered. 4 hits to kill at close range with a slow firing assault rifle. It is ridiculous. I don't know what Sledgehammer was thinking. But Sledgehammer, if you're watching this, buff the AK-12. Buff the damage from 33 to at least 34, because it needs to compete with stronger assault rifles. And if they did that, then I think I'd be rushing around with the AK more, because, you know, because you can't face people head on with that gun, because if you try to, you're gonna get owned, because it's a 4-hit kill. Everything else is a 3-hit kill. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. It's been World at War, and see you guys later.